Have you ever sat down to meditate and wondered what is actually happening inside your brain? We're about to look at a wild new idea that suggests it's way more than just calming down. It's called the silent switch, and it might just change how we think about consciousness itself.
I mean, for most of us, that's the goal, right? You sit, you breathe, you try to get that nonstop inner voice to just take a break. But what if that's only scratching the surface of a much, much bigger story? And, for a long time, the scientific view was pretty similar. Researchers would scan brains and look for the areas that got quieter, basically assuming meditation was just a big volume knob for turning down your thoughts. But it turns out that simple model misses the most amazing part of what's happening. Okay, so to really get this, we have to stop thinking about volume and start thinking about, management structure. Your brain isn't just one big speaker making noise. It's more like a massive corporation with a really complex chain of command. And the old view was looking at the wrong numbers. This is really the heart of the new idea. The old question was, are things getting quieter in there? But the new hypothesis asks something way more interesting. Is the brain having a totally different kind of conversation? It's not about less noise. It's about a complete reorganization of who's talking to whom. So the key concept here is something called the neural hierarchy. The easiest way to think about it is like a ladder. Down at the bottom, you have bottom-up stuff. This is raw data from your senses, like the feeling of the chair you're sitting on or a random sound in the room. Then, way up at the top, you've got top-down control. That's your thinking mind, making plans, judging things. And on any given day, guess who's in charge? It's the CEO at the top of that ladder. That inner narrator, the voice of your thoughts, your worries, your to-do lists, is constantly filtering and interpreting everything coming up from the bottom. It's the voice that's saying, oh, that's an annoying sound, or I'm feeling antsy. It totally runs the show. And that brings us right to the main event, the silent switch hypothesis. And listen, this isn't just a cool theory about meditation. It could be a whole new way to understand consciousness itself. Let's dig into how it's supposed to work. That phrase right there, rewires its communication lines on the fly, is just incredible. It suggests that the brain isn't just powering down. No, it's actively and temporarily changing its own internal wiring, its own operating system. So here's the nuts and bolts of it. When you meditate, that CEO, that top-down narrative mind, basically goes on a coffee break. It steps back. And suddenly, all that raw, unfiltered sensory data from the bottom up can flow straight into your awareness without being immediately judged or labeled. That feeling, that's what people call pure awareness. Okay, but an idea is just an idea, right? How in the world can scientists actually watch this silent switch happen inside someone's head? Well, they plan to use this really powerful 1-2 punch of technology. Think of fMRI as a GPS for your brain. It shows you where the action is. But then you have EEG, which is more like a high-speed camera. It measures how fast signals are moving, and this is the key part, in which direction. Put them together, and you can see who's talking to whom and who's giving the orders. And the experiment itself is actually really elegant. You get a whole range of people in the scanner, from total beginners to Zen masters. You watch their brains just hanging out normally, and then you watch to see exactly how those communication pathways shift the second they drop into a meditative state. So let's talk about the big picture. Why does this matter? If this hypothesis turns out to be true, the fallout is huge, and it goes way, way beyond just meditation. And I mean, this is the part that is just mind-bending. We'd be moving from talking about awareness in a philosophical way to having a literal wiring diagram for it. We could see the mechanics of how our brain builds our reality, moment by moment. And once you have a blueprint, you can start to fix things. Think about it. A condition like anxiety could be seen as that top-down CEO just stuck in overdrive. Or maybe focus issues and ADHD are a problem with that flow of information. If we understand the switch, we could develop incredibly targeted new therapy. So really, the ultimate goal here is to reframe the whole conversation, to move meditation from being seen as this kind of mystical spiritual practice to what it might actually be, a reliable, predictable tool for manually adjusting your own brain. Which leaves us with a pretty staggering final thought. If we can truly map this thing out, could we one day learn to consciously shift our state of mind as easily and deliberately as flipping a light switch? Diving into the very blueprint of our minds. It's just amazing stuff. And this whole explainer is made possible by the incredible research brought to light on the Variant One platform. Honestly, this journey to understand consciousness is one of the most important things we can do. If you feel the same way and you want to be here for more explainers like this, definitely hit that like button and make sure you subscribe for more. And if you want to go deeper on the silent switch hypothesis or just explore more amazing research, you have to check out the Variant One platform. Thanks for joining us for this one.